What's up everyone? I have an old mouse victory for you today, and I have to say this is probably the most fun pet design that I have seen in the entire new update, and that is saying a lot. At least in my opinion that is, and we'll go over its ability in a little bit. It is a tier 4 pet, so we'll get to see it relatively soon. But for now the gist of the pet is that every single turn it gives you a different toy that has a different requirement for you to break it, and whenever you break it, it gives stats to the entire team. So it kind of like gives you a mini challenge that you can do every single turn for some stats. And I decided for this run to combine it together with the level 3 Puma so that we get double the stats. And it's actually surprising how well this team manages to scale up. I was very pleasantly surprised, and I hope we'll get to see that relatively soon. For now we get a double level up into a capybara plus a puppy. For this pack that I had constructed, I put a lot of the toy pets in just because stuff like Puma is in here, Chameleon as well I believe is in here. So a lot of synergies to be had. And here we managed to take the oven mitts for the extra stats. You can see on tier 2 we also have Mandrill, just in case we get a level 2 mushroom Mandrill plus pill for most toys to be activated. But yeah, that's kind of hopeful. For now we're just hoping to get up to tier 4 in order to get the setup going. A lot of pets that we want are on tier 4 for this build, so I decided to take a level up right here. We get a deer plus a sea lion. Sea lion actually for the build that I'm going for is not going to be the best selection, so I just take the deer for some extra tempo. And to be honest with you, I'm not really sure what I am rolling for. I guess I want some gold generation from the weasel. But ideally the 4 squad, I'm going to give this away right now. We're constructing a 4 squad, and the 4 squad that I'm going to be making won't contain the weasel. So this is just for some extra gold generation to help us find the units that we need. And you can see we stack up tons of extra gold for next turn. I believe we bought 3 avocados, and together with the weasel fainting we will have like 20 gold in total for next turn. So we'll get to see that hopefully at the end of this battle, as we easily win right here. And yeah, we're on tier 4 with 20 gold. And here is one of the pets that I want for the 4 squad. We're going to take this manta ray right here, right after we pill the anteater for some extra gold. And yeah, manta ray, perfect unit for 4 squads because it gives you lots of extra gold. And Old Mouse I think synergizes with it pretty nicely because the requirements that some of the toys have require you to have a 4 squad in most scenarios, so I think it's best for us to have this working out for us. We also get a level 2 weasel right here. I was hoping for a specific tier 5 unit with this build as well, but sadly we didn't get it from that level up. And unfortunately we didn't even get the old mouse on this turn, so you won't even get to see it in action just yet. At least we do have the level 2 manta ray guaranteed next turn, so we have another shot at the tier 5 unit that we want. Here we're going to lose, a little bit unfortunate, to a marmoset with banana. You don't see that every day. But yeah, we're going to take another level up right here. We have tons of gold because of the manta ray plus weasel, and we actually get what we are looking for. We find the macaque, I believe it's called, and we also find the old mouse as well. So the build will start working relatively soon as we find another blobfish pill. And you can see it in action right here. It spawns a toy, and during the shop course of the next turn we are going to hope to fulfill the requirements of that toy in order to get the scaling. This time we got the golden harp, so I think golden harp means you have to spend extra gold in order to activate the requirement, and you can see you have to spend 12 gold, which is not too difficult when you have a manta ray plus a weasel. So I think we're safe on that front. We are going to buy the lemon right here and 1 row, and we get to activate the golden harp. So here we go, +1/+1 to the entire team. And now that we have the old mouse up to level 2, that means we are going to start getting level 2 toys for double the stats. So what do we get this time? We get a pickaxe. Pickaxe has something pretty similar to the golden harp, I believe. Instead of spending gold, it's actually just rolling 7 times, so I think we'll get to fulfill that requirement as well. Even though it is a little bit too difficult, or not too difficult, but it is a little bit more difficult to do than the other one. So here we go, we sell the weasel, we get the puma on the team, and you can see I can't even blobfish pill because I don't think I have the gold necessary to roll 7 times and do the pill stuff. So instead we're just going to keep rolling and throw all of our gold away. And here is the combo in action, the pickaxe giving the regular buff and the puma also giving some extra buffs on top. We get a red hood this time, which I think we are not going to activate, unfortunately. I think it activates whenever a friend jumps. And sadly we don't have any jump pets on the team, you can see me reading the ability right here. But yeah, something I really enjoy about the old mouse is that all of the toys are nostalgic, as the game calls them, and they're based on fairy tales. The Red Hood obviously based on Red Riding Hood, and a lot of the toys that we have seen so far are also based on some other stuff. You'll get to see that later on in the run. I'll try to explain as best as I can what I think they are based off of. We find a gold lock of hair, which is obviously based on Goldilocks, as we face a pretty interesting opponent with a great 1+ tiger right here, but we managed to destroy them. And you can see Goldilocks works with buying food, so we have to purchase 3 foods in order to activate the stat ability. And with a level 2 puma plus a level 2 old mouse, we will be getting +4/+4 for every toy that we break. So here we go, we have received the buffs for this round. It's kind of sad to think that this is actually a way weaker version of the elephant seal. A level 2 elephant seal just needs a single perk in order to give the same amount of stats, but this is way more fun, so I am not complaining. Here we get the candelabra, I believe it's called. So I think that's based off of Beauty and the Beast and the candelabra that exists in that fairy tale. And its ability is that you have to sell 3 pets, or at least buy 3 pets. You don't have to sell them. You can see right here we're going to buy 3 octopi, and we're going to trigger the ability, getting double stats once again from the puma and the old mouse. So our team is looking pretty strong currently, stats in the 30s on some of the units. I'm going to start replacing the steak with melon because I think we have sufficient stats to make use of it. And yeah, this is when the build becomes really fun. You start to theory craft a little bit, maybe start preserving some of the pets in the shop because you want to have the activation requirements for the toys ready. And let's see what we get this time. It is the golden harp again. I wasn't sure which fairy tale this is based off of. Maybe it's based off Orpheus, but that's kind of like Greek mythology and not just a fairy tale, so I don't know, it feels a little bit different thematically than the other one, so I might be mistaken. But yeah, the harp, once again, it requires us to spend 12 gold, and when we have a level 2 manta ray, it's going to be pretty easy for us to do that, so here we go. Getting the stats easily for this turn. We are preserving the cow and the oyster in case we get another candelabrum. And this, I believe, is the worst toy out of the bunch, the glass heel, glass shoe. I'm not really sure how it is called in game, but obviously based on Cinderella. And its ability is giving stats whenever 3 friends faint, which obviously doesn't happen very often in the shop, but at least in battle it gave us the stats right there, not that it really mattered. We're going to work on the ribbon for the old mouse, as we sell a crow right here. Maybe that prepares us for a future golden lock of hair that requires us to purchase 3 foods for the turn. But we get the pickaxe instead, and pickaxe, I must admit, I am most sus over. I don't know what it's based on, maybe based on Minecraft, that has to be my best guess, I guess. But yeah, we end up winning just barely right there against this pretty funny looking team with a hippocampus and a tiger bug. But yeah, I think we don't have the gold to actually buy sell the blue-ringed octopus, so we have to preserve it and roll 7 times in order to activate the pickaxe. Now that the old mouse and the puma are both at level 3, it means we will be getting +6/+6 to the entire team every single turn if we manage to destroy the toy, which we thankfully do on this turn, and we get the candelabra here once again, which is just perfect. We have already set up our shop with pets that we want to be buying, so we can activate the requirement easily. And yeah, even though we have 2 chocolates in the shop, I think we will have enough gold to buy sell a bunch. And here we go, we get the octopus first, the cow second, and I'm even going to be a little bit greedy, going to roll once, hoping to find a better pet to buy sell, and thankfully we do find yet another cow, so we were rewarded for this, and we get the +6/+6. Team is nearly 50-50. We only have to break one more toy and we will be done. So yeah, we have to sell the cow right here if we want the macaque to spawn the orangutan and the manta ray to give us the gold. But yeah, we're approaching the end of the run as we get another candelabra. Pretty scary looking team right here, but thankfully we don't have as much equipment as we do, so we end up winning. And I believe this is going to be the final round. We're going to trigger the toy one last time. We're going to find the best pets that we can buy sell. So far to no avail. We are looking for some better stuff right here, like cow and perhaps some toy pet in order to help us. But we have to break the toy that exists in our team currently, and then we can think about getting another toy, as I find the mongoose right here. So yeah, I think I'll start buy selling now just to activate the toy and trigger the mongoose effect after. And yep, we get the break, full team of 50-50s, and I am going to buy the coconut right here. Actually to no avail because the old mouse is going to remove it. But it won't be even necessary for us to win. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this team, and if you did, I hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.